Hello everybody, we are back this time with a brand new hunting game, Pro Deer Hunting Out West. Now, we did play the prequel to this game on the channel, and it was actually a decent bit of fun. Now, unfortunately, that game didn't really have too much content to offer, but from what I've heard, this actually seems like it does have a little bit more, and this was given to me by PSR Outdoors, which are the developers of this game. It's not a paid promotion or anything, but they did give me a copy of this game so that I could review it on the channel, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm pretty excited to play it, so hopefully it ends up being a lot of fun. The first one I did enjoy, though it was kind of limited, like I was saying, with the replayability. Hopefully this one will have a little bit more to it. Already I see a trophies thing down here, so I'm assuming there's actually some type of trophy lodge. And then from what I can tell, it seems like there's a bit more features, like you can use drones to search for deer, which is kind of cool, and the fact that it features Oregon, that is already a plus for me. So let's jump straight into it and see what options we get for hunting. So it looks like we have a couple different options here, and we are going to be hunting in Eastern Oregon, it says, so let's see the options. We have Mule Mountain Tract, and we have Buzzard Creek Tract, rugged area with logging roads, and Buzzard Creek, logging roads, big timber, and plenty of mule deer. You know, I think we should probably go with the Mountain Tract first. Let's just see how that goes. It looks like we have a few different rifles. We actually have a 30-06, a 30-30, a pump action, a muzzleloader, and a bow. We're going to start with the 30-06. I feel like that's a no-brainer. This is an awesome rifle in pretty much every game, so let's go ahead and see how this goes and jump into our first hunt. Alright, so it does have a very similar look to the last game that we played. Let's see how this ends up being. Now, it does look like the resolution may be a little bit low, but that's probably just me not setting things up correctly. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything. So that is our GPS right there. Looks like K opens up the backpack, and that lets us choose between binoculars and scent lure. Okay, or scent cover, I'm assuming. Oh, actually, it's a wind indicator. All right, so we do have to unlock stuff from what I remember in the last one. Let's just select the binoculars. I feel like that's probably the best one to go with. And here is the rifle. Let's get that up real quick. So it does have a very similar way of aiming and stuff like that. So it is kind of familiar to the last one, but I'm going to assume there will be a little bit of differences. And you know what, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and use the drone. I really want to see how this will work. A hunting simulator, I think it was Hunting Sim 1, used a drone, and it wasn't very good, but let's see how it works in this game. So as far as I can tell, I don't see a way to go up and down. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can go up and down, but you can fly the drone around. And I'm assuming this will be probably one of the easier ways to find deer. Let's see what we can do here. So it looks like there actually is a battery and also maybe a range at which you can use this. And we are right about at the end, so I don't think we're going to be able to find anything with that, unfortunately, which is a little bit unlucky. But we're going to continue looking around. Hopefully we can find some deer. So one thing that I actually do want to do, since the developers of this game are very open to suggestions and feedback on their games and what we like about them and stuff that we would like to see potentially in future titles, what I want you guys to do is, down in the comments below, just tell me what your top 3 most important things are for a hunting game to grab your attention and be something that you will continuously play. Because I feel like for everybody things are a little bit different. For me personally, some of the things that always grab my attention most about a hunting game is not just like the graphics and, you know, things like that, but just the amount of replayability I can get out of it when it comes to the variety in antlers, the random generation of the antlers, fur types for animals, special trophies, considering stuff like the Great One, and non-typicals in the Hunter Classic. And things like that are really what draw me into a hunting game and keep me playing, along with obviously realistic animal behavior. That's another huge one, and variety of guns. Those are some of the things that really make a hunting game good to me, is the variety of ways that it allows you to play, the amount of species, the way they react, the way they behave throughout the world, the antlers, the fur types, and the guns that are present in the game. Those are all things that I feel really can make or break a hunting game, along with the size of the reserves and the beauty of them as well. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think about that, because I know everybody's opinion on what makes a game good is different, so be sure to leave that down in the comments below. And also, let me know what you guys think of this game at the end of the video. Oh my gosh, there's one. There we go, that is a deer right there. Oh my gosh, we finally found one. That thing looked huge. I'm going to assume that that was a giant black-tailed deer, or mule deer. Forgot there is no black-tailed deer from what I read. I think this is a mule deer right here. Actually, yeah, that is what the description said. So this would be a giant mule deer. Let's see what this guy looks like up close. It looked to be a pretty big one. Now, I know there is varying sizes of antlers in this game. There isn't like all the wild levels of variety, but it's good enough to where there's probably a little bit of replay value with this game already, and that's not too bad. Definitely a big mule deer, weighing 231 pounds and scoring 187. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and grab it. I'm assuming it's probably enter to grab it? No. Is there a way to pick it up? I actually don't know if you can pick it up. Well, as far as I can tell, I don't think there is a way to pick the deer up, so I'm assuming that it just automatically counts it towards your score for the session. So we're going to continue hunting around and see if we can find something else. You know, one thing that I do like about this game already is it does take quite a bit of time to find deer. Like, you're not on them instantly. I was walking around for a good, 15 minutes before I actually found a deer, and that is something that I do appreciate about it. It does the whole, I guess, realistic amount of action very well. You don't find things left and right, but when you do find something, it actually feels kind of rewarding. Another thing that I should mention while I'm thinking about it is this game does things a little bit different when it comes to the equipment that you use. It's kind of based off of the map that you choose, so when you're choosing a map like Oregon, you end up having the drone, and you're pretty much just sent out there to spot and stalk, and the only really help that you have is the drone to try and locate animals. Now, when you're hunting for the whitetail deer in, I can't remember which map it was, but the map that has the whitetail deer, that is where you'll be using a tree stand, and I believe you also get a collar. Don't quote me on that, I still have to go check that out, but you know what, let's go ahead and actually do that, because I want to see what it's like for the whitetail deer. We already got ourselves a pretty decent mule deer, so let's go ahead and hop out. Okay, so all of the different states you have are Kentucky, Oregon, and New Mexico, and it looks like Kentucky is going to be the whitetail one. Let's go ahead and check this out. That actually looks... Okay, not gonna lie, I like the way that looks. Just from this little image right here, I hope this ends up being a really awesome map, because it's looking like it will be. Let's jump in here and see how this one is. One thing I can say already, this is a little bit better than Pro Deer Hunting 2, which was the one that we played on this channel previously. I'm already enjoying this one a little bit more. It's got a few extra features. I think the maps actually do look better than the previous ones. The actual gameplay still feels about the same, and I do think that in the long run, if the developers of the game at PSR Outdoors really want to draw in an audience, there will have to be some sort of free updates as well as paid DLC updates similar to how Call of the Wild does it, and that will really keep people playing. If you're trying to constantly improve your game by adding more options when it comes to scopes with zoom levels, adding more types of weapons, and just in general adding more things for players to do, that can never be a bad thing. It's always a good thing when you're adding content to a game. That's really what holds people in, is having a constant flow of updates. In this day and age where most games update every month or at the minimum bi-monthly, you almost have to do the same thing in order to keep people's interests, and honestly that includes myself. I really quickly lose interest in a game if it stops being updated. So I'm really curious about where we should set up here. It's looking like we actually have our tree stand and our call, but I don't know where I want to set up to start calling. It's going to be kind of interesting. Now, I did see a little field behind me, but I kind of want to use something else. I don't necessarily want to sit on a field, so let's go ahead and try this. Alright, so we are now up in the tree. Let's start calling and see if we can get a deer to come in. Hopefully we can. Yeah, I'm definitely liking the way this map looks a little bit more than I did the Oregon one. There's just something about this that looks really, really nice. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. This just reminds me of some places that I've seen in real life, which is strange that this reminds me of Oregon a little bit more than the Oregon map does. But that could just be because the eastern half of Oregon is quite a bit different than the western half of Oregon, and depending on where you've been, things look quite different, so that could just be part of it. Ooh, there we go, finally. Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that a doe? I swear if this is a doe after all, it is, it's a doe. I can't even shoot that because it's a doe. Well, you know what? I actually don't know if you can't shoot does. If it wasn't running off, I might take a shot just to get one down, since I don't actually know if they limit you to bucks only in this version of the game, because I know in Pro Deer Hunting 2, you couldn't shoot the females, but it looks like, I don't know. I feel like it would be the same in this. So we're probably just going to let that doe go. Alright, well, unfortunately... Oh, is that a buck? No, that is, once again, another doe. And we hit the tree. Well, I'd say it's about time we try out the other game mode that is available in this one, because, yeah, I've been searching this map for about 20 minutes now, found 2 does, and yeah, no sign of a buck anywhere. So I think we're gonna go ahead and jump into the second game mode. And that second game mode is the action hunt, which, if I remember correctly, action hunt is kind of like the arcade style hunting mode, so we'll see how this goes. Let's go to Muley Ridge Tract. Let's actually do the 30-30. How about that? That could be pretty cool. So 20 bucks, bucks count double. Or 20 kills, bucks count double. Alright, let's try it out. Let's see how this goes. This is the more arcade style, I guess, like, what's it called? A shoot 'em up type game mode. So let's see how it is. Yeah, it looks like it is very similar to the last one in their previous game. We are... Yeah, I mean, this type of game mode isn't really for me, but it is something that I know some people do enjoy. I prefer the more, I guess, simulation-style realistic hunting. Hey, come back here. Boop. There we go, we got a big male down that time. That's the biggest one yet. Where's this one? I hear it. There it is. Oh my gosh. Hey. You just gonna hop like that in front of me? Alright, well, let's reload. Let's reload our gun. And hope that we can get some more. I mean, we have tons of time, so I think we should be good. Come on. Where's some more? We need some bucks because we're getting a lot of does. You know, asking you will receive, apparently. And that's actually a pretty small buck right there. I think that's the first time we've seen a buck that tiny. Kinda cool. And this guy is a buck as well. And we're missing every shot. There we go, we got that buck at least. There we go, little doe going down. And another big male over there. Well, looks like we once again did not get nearly as many as I would have liked out of that magazine. Or, well, it's not really a magazine because it's a lever action, but you know what I mean. That load we didn't really get much out of. There we go. Another buck down. So it's definitely a much more arcade-style mode. I do prefer the pro hunt over the action hunt, but let's go ahead and check out the trophies. I'm assuming... Oh, it's this kind of trophy. You see, I was really hoping it would be like a trophy lodge, but I guess that's kind of cool. It does have like little, I guess, awards that you can chase after in the game, like achievements. So there is that. Let's go ahead and end it there. I did actually really enjoy the pro hunt in Oregon. That was quite a bit of fun. The Kentucky one, though the actual location was beautiful, I didn't necessarily enjoy the style of hunting as much. The spot and stalk is definitely my cup of tea, but I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you guys thought of this game down in the comments below, and like I said, let me know what you think are your top 3 most important things whenever you're looking at a brand new hunting game. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!